something a little more, much deeper than these books. Imagine when they come out as films. Yeah, the doorway they will open to this planet will be quite large commercially. And there's nothing left in the world. They're just rehashing old movies. The Harry Potter books are done, in my opinion. Lord of the Rings
Yeah.
are done. You know, Dune
Mhm.
is still ongoing. They've had two, first one and a second one. They're going to have more because Frank Herbert wrote, I think, 4 books or maybe 5 or 6 of them. But all of the biggest budgeted, highest selling films in history, for the most part, are all about outer space and beings
Yeah.
from other worlds. Star Trek, Star Wars, Close Encounters, E.T., Stargate SG-1, Stargate Atlantis, Dune, um, all of them,
Mm.
all of them. Star Trek.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the niche for my work is all of those fans.
Mm.
So we're approaching it from that perspective. Okay, now we're going on to. I want to take you guys on this journey I took everybody on yesterday. 18 people. It doesn't take a lot of people to change a world, but it does take some. So before we get started, we should send out 5 of the hues because you're co-creatively adding to the portal we'll create for this journey. I mean, it's being done with us by quite amazing masterful beings that people on earth don't even know exist yet. They will, but they don't know that yet. Some do, not a lot. So there's 2 aspects to this work. There is the book sales and promotions, a feature film development work, TV episodic TV development work, and then there's the guided journeys. And they're 2 different animals all together. Obviously, I'm not as a single person going to be capable of guiding people one-on-one and in these group journeys by the tens of thousands. Not the way we're doing it now. So it will have to evolve. And when it's needed, it will be different. So for now, let's send out the hues together. You two just need to, I'll turn off your mics, but you can turn them on if you need to. There's only 3 of us here, so nice and cozy. Just do them with me, match the tones, not out loud, just privately, and then we'll make the link and we'll go on the journey. Begin to imagine someone or something that you love and that you're grateful for having them in your life. It's a pretty simple request. It can be anything. A waterfall, a hummingbird, a baby, a smile, whatever warms you up and gets you going in the right direction. We take several deep breaths because we're breathing in the hue expansion ray from off-world and breathing out, neutralizing fear of any kind, but only in the sense that it passes through us for our benefit and onward for the benefit of others, because it won't work selfishly or in any other way. Imagine any fears about the present and future, health problems, anybody around you, just for now. Put them on a flash drive or a hard drive, an external hard drive, and put them on a shelf in your imagination turned off. Just add your imagination to this. Don't worry about being effective at it. You're getting help. Now we send out telepathically with your imagination the following statement together. Safely show me purposefully hidden truths on a grand cosmic multi-dimensional scale, and a much greater knowing of the expansive love within it. As you do this, understand that sending out the hue will connect you, the being, the spherical being you are, with the living, omnipresent, benevolent, loving force that underlies and supports all life and all that exists. This force is far beyond anything good or bad, positive or negative beings, and controlling negative technologies. It's important that you have direct awakening, knowing that the hue can only connect you to uplifting, benevolent, beneficial experiences. And it's important that you often send out this request just during the day when you think of it and so forth. And during the practice, or let's not say practice, during the doing of certain chosen techniques that are in the Seiri's Agenda book. Tell yourself before falling to sleep at night that you will remember to only open one eye in the morning upon awakening your body. We do this because we're biscapular genetic bodies is what we're running. 2 eyes to see and be balanced in the physical world in Earth's atmosphere. When you open one eye, if you can do it, and you're going to be able to remember where you were when you're out of your body. Then you play it back from beginning to end like you're watching a movie. Take some discipline, and then you open the other eye, and you'll find that the entire experience is now in your earth consciousness. Contemplate on the meaning of the title, Dawn of a New Beginning. This chapter reveals how the Earth people and planet are transformed after Shanral and Moon Terran completed their presentation to the people of Earth from the President's office in Washington, D.C., from the Oval Office. The cousins have returned home to planet Nerexum to rejoin their waiting families in preparation to return with them to Earth to continue to raise their children there. Now that all life on the planet has been transformed back to a normal world. Utilizing a very loving, masterful technique, we will explore the true destiny of all human beings on Earth. Today, most deliberately misled people operate by the influence of false terrorizing programs that were placed in their subconscious minds and no longer understand their creative, imaginative faculty. Under normal circumstances, people would operate with benevolence and wisdom to support all life. Currently, the great majority of people experience a compulsive drive to send out extremely limiting, opposing visions of both constructive and destructive outcomes for their life. and this planet we live on. During these explorations and these journeys, you are endeavoring to awaken through your personal explorations of the hue, the way to take back command over negative subconscious influences. Your destiny is to eventually experience them permanently neutralized and removed. And we send out together the following statement, so say it in your own consciousness after I say each sentence. Safely provide the awakened knowing experiences of who I really am as an evolved being, and what my true higher co-creative destiny really is in harmony with the omnipresent hue, the first sound, the omnipresent power behind all that exists. Help awaken my true higher nature and abilities to wisely utilize them for the uplifting, constructive benefit of all life on planet Earth and in the grand multidimensional universe. Working with the hue, which existed long before language existed, long before the word human, that it comes from the first half of, is what we're doing. It's an omnipresent living power. Out in space, it looks black or dark blue to people that see Hubble Space Telescope images of other galaxies. But it isn't black. That's just because human eyes on Earth can't see into high enough frequency to perceive it. At least not two-stranded DNA on Earth, with some faculties of that DNA genomes shut down. Now we're going to send out the hue continuously for 10 to, well, we're not going to do it that long. We're going to do 9 hues. Because we're going to do more of them anyway, we're not going to do exactly what's in the technique section for this chapter. When we work with the hue, it's assisting us to let go of any bigotry, prejudice, hate, and feelings of revenge or anger. Deep down, we all know such negative qualities have no place in us or among the vast host of free beings that wish to help everyone on Earth know with certainty who they really are. You are destined to become a free, capable, trusted, consciously aware co-creator with them and the new ray in the hue or prime creator, the source behind all that exists. We can experience what it is like to ride in spaceships of highly spiritual and technologically advanced people from other worlds. This is available for you to do. If you want to meet with masterful teachers from many other worlds and from higher dimensions, you can. The one requirement is that you only realize the imagination. You only utilize the imagination to create what is of benefit to all life. This is required. Let your loving imagination flow like a glistening river. Experience an expanding, joyful light and sound within the consciousness liberating ray woven in the omnipresent hue. Eventually, you will begin to recall lifetimes lived in other worlds and higher dimensions before this lifetime on Earth. Since it is true that no human being originally evolved on Earth, we are all visitors to planet Earth from other worlds and higher dimensions. Now we're going to send out the hue 9 times with grateful goodwill to all life on planet Earth, off-world, and even to misguided tyrants hidden behind the scenes. This takes us out of Maya or illusion or Maya or reincarnation and unconscious lifetimes. And unless we do this, we get stuck. We revolve around like a broken record. You You can continue to put into operation this special technique every day at the same time for up to 30 days to have uplifting, wonderful changes in your life. Just takes a little bit of discipline, not a lot. I'm surprised at how fear manages and misdirects people in mindless entertainment until their lives are gone. Some experiences of higher dimensions are subtle, others are much more dynamic. But all awaken your abilities to know purposefully hidden truth in ever-expanding ways. Pay attention to how you emotionally feel after each exercise. Take time to imagine a bright, wondrous future for yourself, your loved ones, and the entire planet. We're going to be doing this in a very unique way during this journey. You will find out how. I'm going to read from chapter 28. It'll make more sense to you if you put yourself in the position of being these two beings. There's other beings involved too, but you get the idea. 6 months went by before the two cousins and their families were together again. They were standing in front of one of the mysterious fountains with that youthfully strong male statue, pouring the luminous liquid light from his palms down into a white stone bowl at his feet. It was located in Jerusalem at a point equidistant between their two domed home complexes. They were wearing their customary clothes, but they did not bring other belongings with them because they knew nothing would be required upon their return to Earth. Everything they might wish to have could be easily manifested, including artistically well-designed and entirely energy self-sufficient second homes. "Well, Cousin Moon Terran," Sean Rawl began respectfully, "is your family ready to venture to the planet Earth?" Sean Rawl smiled at his lovely wife, Lauren Errol, who was patiently standing by his side, smiling back at him, then at Don Tuma and Moon Terran and all 5 children. They were very excited. "Then everyone hold someone's hand," continued Sean Rawl. "Why, Moon Terran and I visualized the cottage home of our friends Bontama and Lintala in the mountains in a place they call Northern California in the United States. They are expecting us, and we must not keep them waiting. Here goes." Then they both looked away in an imaginative gaze across time and space, and they all simply vanished. They reappeared holding hands, standing in the round grass field beside their jubilant friends, Bontama and Lintala. Their cottage home was in the immediate background behind them. After hugs and greetings were finished and the kids were off playing together in the tall grass that surrounded the now unshielded and clearly visible Galactic Scout hangar, Sean Rawl remarked merrily to Bontama and Lintala, "Dear friends, it's so good to see you two again. Maybe now you two can finally have that good cup of tea and fine meal we promised you some time back. It always seemed to somehow get interrupted," replied Lintala with his zestful, sparkling eyes. Moon Terran took a peaceful breath and sighed, then stated calmly, "Sounds wonderful. We were both looking forward to spending some tranquil moments with you two this time around." "You have really beautiful country around here," said Don Tuma, the wide sweep of his arm at the beautiful surrounding forests. "Have you really found 20-acre parcels for us to establish our second homes?" "We did indeed," replied Bontama, smiling. "We were given several thousand acres to allocate to individual families by the United States President, in full agreement with the Galactic Alliance Council. Why, the nearest cities are being dissolved and transformed." Lintala added, bubbly with joy, "Your children are certainly going to have a good time playing in this natural wonderland. So much has changed so quickly." Bantama and I have missed company from our homeworld systems, and we are very glad you two families have arrived to join us on this transforming planet. If you like, encouraged Bantama, Lintal and I can take your families aboard our scout ship. We would give you a real first-class tour of the wonderful changes the new ray is emanating to the planet, and from the transforming changes the Galactic Alliance technicians and engineers are making to repair the polluted worldwide environment. Shan Rahl and Moontarn looked at each other, and their spouses gazed at them. And they all happily replied in telepathic unison, "That's why we came here." These guided journeys always begin with us being in the pure hue expansion ray of outer space, beyond Earth's negatively impacted atmosphere. Be aware now that a Galactic Alliance couple similar in appearance to Shantiel and Tonaltiel, and Dantiam and Lamtiam, are standing to each side of your body that is in the trance state we call sleep. Find yourself hovering near the ceiling as the spherical Atma you are, projecting a human-appearing form standing out in front of you. The Galactic Alliance couple as spherical Atmas are hovering to each side of you, also projecting a human-appearing form. These forms appear to be about 36 years of age, but flawlessly beautiful if you are a female, and flawlessly handsome if you are a male. A pale, luminous golden white light is pouring down all around you. A brighter flash of this light finds us all standing in a circle of beings around Ambassador Trellian in outer space, outside of Earth's negatively impacted atmosphere. There are other master teachers who will go on this journey with us. Ambassador Trellian, Sat Nam, the Atma that I am, and other master teachers will now guide the group through sending out the hue on successively higher tone frequencies to create the wondrous vortex or interdimensional portal or hourglass-shaped vortex that connects space beyond Earth to the void and upward beyond it. We are not yet traveling up into this vortex just yet. In space, we see Master Ramu standing closer to Earth in our circle of beings around Terrellian. Terrellian is he's in a white golden light of outer space that we see all around us. The planet Earth, the moon, the sun, and the stars of our Milky Way galaxy. Master teachers Etta and Din from the Dren race are hovering with their tails glowing like crystal opal in bright sunlight above the spherical Atma of Terrellian, is hovering above his 18-foot tall body he chooses to show us. Master Satnam is standing further above Etta and Din below the brilliant hourglass-shaped portal that connects to the void, further upward to the Hue Expansion Ray Academy, and all the way upward to Agam Purusha's realm, and then to Source, or Prime Creator. Terrellian's closed fists with his thumbs up have a brighter sphere of golden white light around each one that is creating a transparent golden oval-shaped energy field surrounding all of us. Galactic Alliance couple, similar in appearance to Shantiel and Tonaltiel, Dantiam and Lamtiam, are standing to each side of you. They keep all negative, misdirected, fear-based programs in the subconscious mind turned off for the journey, while your body far below on Earth remains in the trance state we call sleep. A brighter flash of white golden light from Terrellian's closed fists with thumbs up finds us all instantly moving up into the center of the whirling golden white vortex. And then we're suddenly beamed high up into the void of pale blue luminous space. And the vortex below us closes and vanishes. We are moving upward in a blur of bright hue expansion ray light, and we instantly come to a stop. We are now hovering above the transparent luminous trees that line the glowing white diamond-like glowing beach that we see continues in both directions in a gradual curve. This implies, and it indicates, the luminous beach completely surrounds the vast circular landmass known as the Atma realm above the void, Satnam's realm. The spherical Atma that is Satnam, hovering above the physical appearing form he chooses to show us, is moving up and over the top of the luminous jungle trees. The wondrous bird couples, male and female, with long V-shaped split tails, beautifully blended rainbow-colored feathers, big blue eyes, and twin sets of bird wings fly up to hovering just out in front of each one of us, including Ambassador Turelian. We stop to hover above the statue of Satnam that is standing in the middle of the 15 feet wide scalloped-edged white alabaster fountain. Turelian and myself as the Atma then head us all inland toward the long, straight, diagonal, snow-covered bluestone mountain range in the back down distance. Satnam's crystal palatial estate, crystalline, is located along the base of the mountain range. Turelian and myself now take the group through the 2 tall, gold-laced, blue stone columns that support the 4-sided quartz-capped pyramid roof. We move between the columns, hovering together as a group around Turelian, and up into the shaft of white golden light that we see flowing down into the polished blue stone-like chair with rounded, smooth contours. There are no cushions in this chair, and so far no one has ever seen Satnam sitting in this chair, because it is an interdimensional doorway to higher realities and a concentric generator of the more powerful U energy from the higher dimensions pouring down into and through the chair. The pure energy from Source continues to flow downward through the bottom of Satnam's realm and into the void. It continues below the void and into the lower worlds of time and space. A brighter flash of golden and white light from Turelian's fists sends us all in a beam of light upward into the special parallel dimensional realm created just beyond the top of Satnam's realm, in between his realm and the beginning of the 6th mystic realm that exists far above the void. We find ourselves floating within the transparent golden white oval energy surrounding Turelian, high above the Hue Expansion Ray Academy Tower. Below us we see 6 snow-covered bluestone mountains that form a circle around the Academy Tower. We see the vast countryside in every direction, and the many straight as an arrow white stone-like roadways that exit the many horseshoe-shaped tunnels in the base of the surrounding mountains. As we all know, each white roadway passes through vast forested settings, lakes, rivers, and rolling hills to reach the radiant, glowing white diamond-like beach that surrounds the entire circumference of the U Expansion Ray Academy training facility. Everything is brighter here, including the diamond-like beach than in Satnam's realm. We are here as a group of Atma beings floating in the brilliant cobalt blue atmosphere of the Academy landmass. It's an atmosphere. It's got a cobalt blue essence to it, and the luminous golden white light of the U is supporting it, behind it. It's held in place by silent mentors, the mechanics of the entire multidimensional creation, and certain very advanced master teacher beings. The wondrous white golden light of the U is behind and supporting the brilliant cobalt blue atmosphere that extends in very vast directions far beyond the landmass itself. We are all literally experiencing this atmosphere energy freely moving through the spherical nature of our beings. We are co-creatively breathing in and out the hue energy of this atmosphere that originates from the source. This hue energy is giving all of us the profound sense of knowing that we are home. The U Expansion Ray Academy is now one of our true homes. The mighty original home for all of us is located in the source itself, Prime Creator, otherwise known as the Ocean of Sound and Light, located many realms above the Academy landmass. Turelian is heading us toward the northeastern quadrant, above the straight white stone roadways, positioned between the roadways that run from one of the 6 snow-covered bluestone mountains that surround the central Hue Expansion Ray Academy Tower. Several white stone roadways are above this roadway and several are below it. We're moving up the white roadway centered in the upper half of this quadrant. Still in a circle of beings around Turelian here, we stop 1/3 of the way along this roadway and then make a left turn into a very large circular clearing several hundred feet in diameter. 3 20-foot wide disc-shaped blue stone floors are in a triangular pattern around a 30-foot wide white stone circular floor centered between the surrounding blue stone floors. A 15 feet wide cobalt blue scalloped edge fountain is sitting in the middle of the circular white stone floor. A brilliant blue golden cylindrical shaped shaft of light is flowing from a vortex opening high in the U Expansion Ray Academy atmosphere down into this fountain, sending foot-thick horizontal blue golden beams of light to the 3 small surrounding fountains centered in the 3 supporting blue stone circular floors. A single golden beam is then sent up 4 feet from the center of all 3 smaller fountains, creating the clear 3-dimensional holographic-like image of a large planet above each one. In golden, luminous 3-dimensional word images above each world is their name. One is planet Oceania. Another one is planet Zetranami 1. And the third planet is Zientranamon 1. Planet Oceania clearly reveals it is a large, mostly water-covered, luminous radiant blue ocean, pastel, lavender, and slightly pink clouds type of world. The planet is 4 times larger than Earth and has no polar ice caps. Planet Zetranami 1 is the very large central governing planet of the entire galactic interdimensional alliance of free worlds, located near the galactic core of our Milky Way galaxy. The third planet is the home world of the wondrous Zientranamus race. It is located on the other side of our Milky Way galaxy in the same parallel dimension as that of the Earth world, with which you are most familiar. Master Opelum is now standing beside the radiant image of planet Oceania. The 10-foot tall Zientranamus couple, Zonentalis and Freshun Muntus, with their silver-like hair to their shoulders and violet-colored eyes, are standing beside the large radiant image of planet Zientranamon 1. Myself and Turelian are now standing beside the radiant image of planet Zetranami 1. There are no polar ice caps on these 3 majestic worlds. We know they have 3 planets the size of Earth orbiting them that have no polar ice caps, but we do not see them represented here. The Master teaches representing these 3 worlds and the vast, highly aware and experienced beings that reside on them are now involved in co-creating with the Hue Expansion Ray to bring an entirely unexpected uplifting transformation to Earth and the misguided or subconsciously misdirected human beings that unconsciously run bodies there at this time. Now that we have all observed this manifestation and are doing so now, remember, you don't bring any negative nature with you into the void or higher. And we finally find ourselves in a circle of beings between the 3 surrounding smaller fountains and the 3 worlds being projected above them, and Turelian and myself, who are simultaneously standing beside the image planet of Zetranami 1 and inside the shaft of blue golden light that is pouring down through us into the large fountain at the center of this clearing. All 3 planets are now beaming golden energy from their north polar regions at an upward angle where they connect above Turelian and myself in the shaft of blue golden light to form the crystal clear image of planet Earth. All of you in a circle of beings hovering above the yellow stone floor that is between the blue stone circular floors and the white stone floor of the bigger fountain. Instantly find yourselves moving upward to form a circle of beings surrounding the radiant image of planet Earth. the blue golden shaft of light running down through the central fountain sends a golden beams to 3 smaller surrounding fountains, and then continues up the north poles of the image planets to pass through all of you in a circle of beings surrounding the image of Earth. It continues beyond each of you into Earth's atmosphere. It begins to illumine or make radiant the atmosphere and oceans. Now each one of you begins to observe the beginning transformation of Earth and all life on it taking place. Now we pause for a few moments while each one of us sees this transformation taking place in our own way. Then Torellian, with myself standing beside him, are instantly now standing in the circle of beings with all of you, surrounding the Earth. Know that this is the experience we bring back to Earth with us upon our return. We all instantly find ourselves hovering near the ceiling where we live on Earth. The Galactic Alliance couple assigned to each of us are still hovering beside us. They smile at us and vanish. The blue golden light from source coming down the large fountain in the special training facility of the U Expansion Ray Academy is flowing downward through us and down through our bodies, still in the trance state we call sleep. It continues through the walls of our homes and out into Earth's atmosphere and ocean. It connects to the 3 golden-sided quartz-capped pyramids, 2 on the bottom of Earth's deepest oceans, and 1 inside the hollowed-out interior of a mountain hidden in the Himalayas. This blue golden light is sent from all 3 Earth pyramids to the much larger pyramid, hovering in position between 2 stable asteroids in the asteroid field that circles in the orbit of what was a planet long ago, around the sun between Mars and Jupiter. It continues to the axis or core of our galaxy and goes up the white golden shaft of light to return to source. This co-creative U expansion ray energy is co-creatively moving through us, and we are co-creatively contributing our unique nature as the Atma to it, as it passes through us for our benefit and onward for the benefit of all life in the grand multidimensional creation. This is our true destiny. We are back. Awaken your body, still in the trance state we call sleep, and open your eyes. And we got all that done in 46 minutes. Shortest one I think I've ever guided, actually. But then I had practice from yesterday. That took an hour and a half with those people. And another hour and a half, 2 hours of questions and answers. A long one. Is Lee up and about, or did she go to sleep? Is Lee up and about, or did she go to sleep in Pennsylvania? If she did, it's good. She's just deeper into it. That's all right. You can turn on your microphone, Margaret, if you wish. We're back. We're all back. You have to turn on your little microphone there. Hello, Lee. Lee, are you there? There we go. We'll get her up. Good. Turn on your microphone, please. Yeah, a little microphone there. You got to turn on your mic too, Margaret. Okay, she's got hers on. You have that little microphone symbol with a red line through it. You just click on the microphone symbol there, and then your sound will come back. You got to look at your Zoom controls. There's a little microphone, it says audio, and there's a video control at the bottom left corner. It should be. And you click on that microphone, and it'll take the red line out of it, and it'll start having a green light go up and down inside the microphone. You can't see it?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, that's it. You got it. Now you know, so you won't forget for next time. You know how to do it. So,
Because
what I'm going to do, because this is short, we'll have a questions and answers right in this recording. So, now, I don't know how much you were aware and awake of, Lee. Were you aware of it, most of it, or did you go to sleep?
I'm like in and out. I'm awake and then I'm not, and then I'm awake and then I'm not. It's always like this, I feel.
Okay, well, what you need to do is when I put it up on YouTube, play it back, okay? Go at another time. It's not very long. It's about 46 minutes. And listen and pay attention. Have a meal. Take a break. Right? I always tell people this. Have fun with it. Because what you're trying to do is you're going to realize in the second time around how much took place. Great amount took place here. And then you'll start to comprehend it, that you were there. You'll start to understand it. If you don't go through it a second time, you're not doing the job to bring it back to your consciousness on earth. That's bad habit. That's how everybody grows up on earth. So we don't want to do that. You want to do the opposite.
yeah,
Okay? Going to sleep's not a problem. I mean, that happens to be, you work hard, you're a nurse. It's going to happen. It's late there. Still daytime where Margaret is, but it's nighttime about 8. 8,
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
it's 9 o'clock, right?
Mm.
Okay. Now, think about it for a moment. Picture some of the things you experienced and ask away. Because generally in this part of it, you'll get answers to a lot more things than just the question you're putting to me. Think about everything that happened. Where were you? You were in the Hue Expansion Ray Academy in a special clearing. There's a white stone floor, big blue fountain in it, scalloped edged, and 3 blue stone floors around it with littler fountains, blue stone, scalloped edged. And then we start experiencing projections from the hue coming down through this big fountain, right through Torellian and myself.
When you start that part, I fell asleep.
Well, it's because there's no negative nature there. You get so blissed out, you just go, oh, identify with the body, and I'm going to go to sleep with it. I'm going to be unconscious like usual.
Right,
But
when you start that part.
But what you need to realize, Lee, and tell you really were there. You, the Atma, experienced all of it, but you need to bring it all here. That's your challenge, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You did it. You had the experience. You were really there. Now you've got to kind of wake that up in the consciousness you have on Earth. And you'll do that by going through it a second time. Playfully, carefully. If you take a break, go to the bathroom, get something to eat, just shut it off. Continue it. Take notes, but really pay attention to all that happened. So
it
you
was
can
very
bring it.
emotional. It was very emotional, that part.
That's good
Yeah,
because see, the thing is, people don't understand on Earth, being primarily selfishly motivated and driven by fear. They figure someone saved them for their original sins, for instance, and they sit on their ass the rest of their life and they do nothing at all to change or take responsibility for anything. That brainwashing people in that way makes a lot of money for people. It's a money maker.
yeah,
Cures for diseases don't make money. Duh. Enlightenment doesn't make money for existing people and their nonsense on earth. So they're habit driven to continue to create fear for themselves, their families, and everyone else. Heads of religions, heads of politics, doesn't matter, they all do it. And they can't help it. If they could, they wouldn't do it. So they need help from beyond this earth, from the greater God they pray to every day, after all. The way people are raised here, they focus on this God as they try to limit it to their tiny little understanding of just the atmosphere in this planet. And everything else is like abstract to them. The life on Earth is what's abstract and wrong and backward.
yeah.
So we got to get people imagining bigger than Earth into the greater God they pray to, because believe it or not, whether they know it or not, it is required. It's not optional. And it shouldn't be, because it's not based on fear. It's based on common sense. So this is good. Got to share with you chapter 28 of the Savers of
Wonderful.
Gene. Because there's only 2 people. Think about this. 18 people, took a half an hour just to get them ready. Then an hour and a half to take them on the journey, not 46 minutes. And then another 2 hours of questions and answers. The 2 recordings, the recording of questions and answers gets put on YouTube, not the journey itself. Those people paid for that per each, and it's fine. We may change that because we're about to finish that whole series next weekend. It'll be chapter 29. Perry will be in Japan doing it from Japan.
Oh, wow.
And me, I'll just be in good old Redding in Northern California. Same old place, oh whip-de-doo, planet Earth. I wish you could say that when I go to Mount Shasta that the people that are there are awake and enlightened and I can have fun with them. This is not the case. I don't go there for the people. Well, I kind of do, but they don't know that. I go there because of my connection to the Galactic Alliance, the base of the mountain, and many other things. So you got any questions? When we're sitting, what we're doing, the energy is coming through these 3 smaller fountains. It's projecting a beam up above them where an image of a planet forms. And it's 3 worlds we've gone to. Setranami, near the galactic core. Xantornamus on the other side of the Milky Way galaxy. We know about those tall, silver-haired, violet-eyed beings because all of you were once them too. You still are in the mental plane, by the way. And Oceania. Right?
Yep.
Those masters that are master teachers that represent those world system conglomerates are all representing the worlds near them in the Hue Expansion Ray Academy. Why do we do it there? Because if we don't do it there, where there's no time and space, it can never be brought back here to Earth to transform anything. It cannot be done from here to here. It's impossible.
Yeah.
It has to come from there where no negative nature is part of it and then brought down here. Any questions about that, what I just shared with you? Because you'll find it out when you review it. It's always your choice to step forward and onward and upward.
I can't think of any, actually. I was visualizing all of that. I could see the planets in the Milky Way.
And you'll see them clearly when you go on it a second time, Lee.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
Neither am I not falling asleep.
What? I didn't understand that. What?
Neither am I not falling asleep.
Oh, well, don't worry. Like I say, don't beat yourself up over that one. It's not the body that knows this stuff. Your brain would never know it anyway. You, as the Atma, can comprehend and travel to such heights and co-create a change for this world because now both of you are part of the solution and no longer part of the problem. You do not realize this yet, but you will. Mark my words. It only works through you for your benefit, but only if you allow it and co-create it to work through you for the benefit of others. It will not set you free any other way, ever. So it's important that we have this consciousness. And you don't worry about it. You've got to trust something someday. Might as well be the source behind all life. And I'm not talking about the evil, negative gods people pray to. The vengeful gods that'll send a bolt of lightning in your ass if you don't kowtow and pray to someone, or you'll go to hell. All that's done to get money in the churches and in the synagogues and to pay taxes in the governments, and that's really what it's done for. And I don't blame the people doing it because they don't know what happened to them or how they got here. They haven't got a clue. So I let the greater one power solve when they're going to fix. It's going to fix them individually and collectively. It's not on my shoulders. That's beyond my purpose in being here. Even Torellian wouldn't take on 8 billion people by himself. You get my drift?
Yeah, it's a lot.
So yeah, so it's got to take all that stuff way out there in space. All those they have to be involved in fixing this place, because they already know how to do it, or
Yeah.
it won't get fixed by people on Earth. What have they had? Electricity for 120 years? Well, whip-de-doo. Electricity? Are you kidding? And that's just this culture. In Lemuria, they had far more advanced forms of energy. Didn't use oil either. That was over 100,000 years ago. So we've gone backwards, not
Yeah.
forward.
Was it mostly crystals they were using?
Yeah,
In,
crystal, because quartz is programmable.
yeah.
It can store multiple dimensions the level of information like a computer.
Yeah.
And it's a telepathic medium with water, H2O. What's Earth mostly made of?
Water.
People should be talking to other people on other planets through it, and they don't know how to use it. And plus, the oceans are they're depleted. They're not charged. So they don't work very well. There's a few shamans on Earth that know water's a telepathic medium, and they still communicate with friends and brothers and sisters in other worlds. And people treat them like ignorant savages. They were fighting with each other when people first came to the United States and started taking them over, They were so busy fighting each other, they were easier to conquer. That's the problem. But some of the people, the Hopi and a few others, still know they come from the stars. They did not originate here. People could learn a lot from them. How do the Hopis cause it to rain in a high desert to water their corn and crops without irrigation every year for 1,000 years? You'd think somebody would want to pay attention to that.
Yeah.
But no.
It's similar to the Aborigines here. They know where they're.
Exactly. They're very simple people, not complicated. And even they don't quite remember where they came from, but they know they didn't come from Earth or from
Yeah.
Earth. Yeah. Some of them were brought as slaves and ruled by tyrant priests, sacrificed people to keep them in fear, and they didn't have a choice in that matter either. The real history of Earth is, well, it's wonderful but terrifying. Especially because if you go back to the days of Maldek was a planet like Earth between Mars and Jupiter, roughly the same, twice the distance between those two than any other planets, because it was a planet there. Blown up from the core outward, imbalanced the solar system, imbalanced Earth, ruined Mars's atmosphere. And it was 3 billion people on that planet. Now guess where they incarnated after that?
Right here.
And guess what they're unconsciously trying to do again? Let's have an Armageddon and go to heaven. Well, here's the thing. If it didn't work then, why do they think it's going to work a second time around? It doesn't work.
Just keeps repeating.
So where you went is the one place where you can rub shoulders with silent mentors. There were 4 couples there. I didn't even bother to describe. And those beams were moving through them, through us, and through the fountains and back through us. So they're rubbing shoulders with us. And up there is the only place where you can comprehend and understand how change can take place. Not only for you as a spherical being, because all those planets and moons and suns and stars out there are round because we made them round in our own image as a collective of beings at the source behind all life. We didn't go to the source this time. We went to the source energy as it was manifesting in the Hue Expansion Ray Academy. Same thing. Anywhere in the upper worlds is source energy. Now you can go all the way to the ocean of sound and light and source and go experience that. And you'll get a gracious welcome home, and then you'll be kicked out and sent back. Because bodies all the way down on Earth are so far away from there that they would simply stop working if you stayed there too long. Here's the kicker though. As an Atma, you're still there.
Yeah.
Never left. That's illusion for you. And people don't even remember they're not a body, not even an etheric body, mental, causal, astral, physical, never have been any of those bodies. Those are machines, highly advanced. Well, think of the Xeontornamus couple. They're the most advanced genetic science, okay? Think of the Oceanians, most advanced genetic science. More than the Galactic Alliance. It's the Oceanians. They get all of that from the upper realities. The Xeontornamus, tall, thin, longer fingers, violet eyes, silver hair. The genetics for that were patterned after bodies that hang out in the mental plane. 4 major divisions up from the physical world where Earth is. That's before you get the etheric plane, and then there's the void. And that's not the supreme being. It's a barrier that has to be there between the lower worlds of time and space and the upper realities where no negative nature exists. So you ask yourself, why would Satnam be such a sadist to let all this torture and death and murder take place? Well, he just part of supporting it. He didn't cause all that. We did.
No.
We did that.
Yeah.
To each other and to everyone. Started out with little things, and then it just got in a downward spiral until one day you find yourself on Earth and you don't remember a thing. Not squat. Diddly squat. Nothing. That's as far down the scale running a human body that you can get. So we want to turn that around. It's like doctors on Earth are never trained in any university to cure anything. They're not taught it because other beings control the criteria for those universities. And they're taught to learn fancy Latin names people make up for drugs because allopathic medicine only addresses symptoms. It does not intentionally address cures because cures don't make money. Very simple. How many trillions have been spent from taxpayer dollars in the United States alone to cure cancer? For 50, 60 years, and the money's gone and they have no cures, and they're not going to put them out the way they are. So it has to be, we have to be compelled to allow such things to enter the atmosphere of this world because they are not new, they are ancient. Any questions?
Not quite related to this journey, but the films, when do you expect them to be ready by?
Can you say that again a little more clearly, please?
Well, not quite related to this journey, but the films that you were mentioning, or the videos that you were mentioning, when do you expect them to be ready by?
They're already being promoted.
Oh no, you mean you're working on films, right? Or like movies?
Oh, yeah, I can't. If I knew, I wouldn't tell you. It's too delicate for other people to know things that have to be grounded, funded, and working on it. When I'm starting to work on these projects, you'll know it.
Gotcha.
Okay? But not before, because I could not tell you I have funding or anything else. It's just the door is open. And they're very interested. And I would have creative control, which is important, because that's respectful.
Yeah.
If you take someone out of the loop of who originates work like this, books, screenplays, they're all done, and try to stick someone else in there for some kind of an ego trip, the films will not be successful. Be like taking James Cameron out of Dune, and George Lucas out of Star Wars, and Steven Spielberg out of Indiana Jones. It wouldn't work. It wouldn't work. So that is understood. And of course, I wouldn't deal with anybody that disrespected me in that regard. So, oh, just sell it to us. We'll go do it. They know better than that. So, yeah. Well,
we shall await.
And the videos to you were like what, Lee? All 4.
I'm just curious because sometimes with like an actual image of things, it helps with like, picturing stuff.
I can't quite understand you. Can you lean back a little further? Lean back. Say there.
No, I mean, it just helps with, when you get an image of something, it helps with the picturing and stuff in my mind of how things look like.
The way I write is very, very extremely visual. Because when you write screenplays, they are very visual. They're directions for how to build an etta, how to build a castle, how to build a fountain, how to build leaving the body, all of which we can do now in complete realism. But it ain't cheap, and it takes a lot of people employed for several years. You know, on the big pictures, the big projects, yeah. We are pitching the Parallel Time Trilogy. This studio could fund $40 or $50 million, but not the big stuff. But they can get us started and serve as a co-executive producer into a larger studio situation. So it's a good beginning. And I don't know where it will go until it goes there. But there's a lot going on, so.
Stop the second one that you showed, those beings where the hand came forward with the claws. What were they?
Reptilians, of course.
Because my heart nearly jumped.
But that's in the series agenda, the first video.
I know.
You want to see it again? Okay. Here we go. Off and running to the races again. Here we go. There you go.
My hands are broken out in perspiration.
You know, actually, now that I think of it, if I make this journey live, that video will be on it. Is it kosher? Is it right? Well, it's being promoted anyway, so who cares? But it needs to be done more than just at the end of one of these journeys. So if somebody takes the time to watch this all the way to the end, that's the only time they'll see it. You got to see it for free. Twice. Okay, well then I'm going to wish you both I'm going to bring this to a close.